Hey, welcome to today's topic. Today's topic is going to be about work-life balance. And this is something that I've struggled with. This is something that many women and men have struggled with, trying to find that intricate part in our lives where we can just have that perfect work-life balance. So if you think that this is a topic that's going to be interesting for you, stay tuned because we're definitely going to talk about it. Hey, thank you for joining me. My name is Deneen. I'm a life coach, and I'm here to provide you with tips and strategies so that you can live your best life. And one of the things that we're going to talk about is a subject that is dear to me and probably also dear to you, and that subject is titled Work-Life Balance. And as we work towards climbing that corporate ladder, that pinnacle of success, it's hard sometimes to find that perfect balance in between being the perfect employee and the perfect spouse and the perfect mom. I know I struggled with it throughout my career. You know, when I was in college, I also was working full time at the post office. I had a daughter that was 7 years old. I was working midnight and just the juggling act in between. Going to school full time. Yes, I worked midnight and I went to school full time, and then juggling a 7-year-old daughter as a single parent. It was difficult at times. There were times I would go to work tired. There were times I would go to school tired. And there were definitely times when my daughter wanted to spend time with me and I was tired. And it was hard because I didn't understand how to balance work and my home life. I was so busy, you know, as people say, trying to make a living, trying to do it all, that it just became difficult for me. And then when I left the post office after I finished school and I was in public teaching, you would think, well, now you know I'm working steady job, steady hours. I'm no longer doing shift work. It would be easier, but I went back to school to get my master's, and here we were again trying to deal with the work balance and the life balance. So what have I learned along the way that I can share with you as a parent, as a single parent, as a career woman, and as a life coach is that you have to learn how to separate things. And things are going to get separated into two columns. They are either A, urgent, meaning I need to deal with this right now. Meaning that if I do not deal with this right now, that it's going to have implications that are going to seriously affect my future and my welfare of myself or family member. So you have to ask yourself when you have to deal with things, is it really urgent? How urgent is it? Are you going to lose something because you're not addressing this right now? The other second area is that if it's not urgent, then that means it's important. Important means, yes, we need to deal with it, but we can put it on the timetable. We can put it on the schedule. We don't need to deal with it right now. It's something we can put off. Doesn't mean procrastinate. No, 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 no. That means we're going to schedule it in at a later date. It doesn't need to get dealt with now. So then when you prioritize things over what's urgent and what's important, then that's going to free up your time. Number two, don't multitask. I realized that when I was multitasking, I was getting burnt out and very little was getting done. That was work that I was proud of. So I just stopped multitasking. And I don't need to win a Superwoman award because when I was multitasking, I thought I was auditioning for Superwoman. And I just had to just leave that alone. So now I just focus on one task at hand. And once that task is completed, then I move on to another task. Another thing I learned as far as delivering myself, my best self at work and at home was that I don't take work home. Little known secret. My first year teaching, I stopped taking home homework. Kids got homework, I marked it during the day. I would rather stay late an extra 40 minutes or an extra 30 minutes than to me to be sitting at home like I did my first year teaching on my dining room table, marking kids' papers and calling parents. No, don't take work home. I don't care what you do for a living. Don't answer emails on Saturdays and Sundays. No, 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 no. Now, if they are paying you per email answer, get paid. Pay me, right? But if not, what my man saying in the movie, my office hours are from 9 to 5. Now, as a public school teacher, especially since I taught kids with special needs, I made allowances. I've talked to some parents after hours if I knew it was an urgent conversation that they had to have with me, but I didn't do it on a regular basis, and I didn't do it with every single parent. Last and not least, what else do we need to do so we can have balance in our lives? Carve out time for your personal life. Time is a commodity that we cannot get back. Just like how you prioritize things at work, you're going to rank things from urgent to important. You need to also do that in your private life. You need to make time for your kids. You need to make time for your friends. You need to make time for those around you that have been there for you to support you throughout all your endeavors. And nothing else, always stay prayerful. I believe in the power of prayer. And always, if you do nothing else, create a support system of people that you can lean on when things get, a little loony. And when things get a little loony, and let's just say you don't have a support system, take a walk. Find a hobby. Find something else to do that's going to help you relax and take your mind off of work. So those are my tips for you. I hope that you have enjoyed this. I'm hoping that these are things that you can implement tomorrow when you go into your workplace. And also when you think about scheduling, your day, don't schedule all the way down to the last 24th hour. That's too anal. We're not doing that, right? We need you to unwind, relax, and have fun. So if any of this has been helpful for you, like it. If there's something else that you want me to talk about as a career woman or as a life coach, you can feel free to put that in the comments. And also just, subscribe. Please subscribe. Happy to be here. I'm happy to help. And most of all, I'm happy that you stopped by. And I hope that I see you again. Thank you. Go forward and be blessed.